What's going on, YouTube? So here we're going to take a look at the next play in our Singleback ace pair chief scheme. This time PA Power O, one of the staples of the ace pair chief scheme, dating all the way back to when it first came out in Madden 12. I absolutely love this play. There's so many things that we can do with it. Circle is my favorite route, and that's the one that we're going to look at first. Now I apologize, I couldn't render the video properly, so there's going to be a little bit of a delay as we switch through each clip. And we're actually going to have to look at the routes in bunches. So 5 of circle, then 5 of R1, then 5 of square, then 5 of X. That's just the way I have to do it this time. So I do apologize, but let's first take a look at circle and how we can high point past that. It gets so glitchy. It's always been a glitchy route in this formation ever since it first came out. But it doesn't mean that we always have to high point pass it. It can be a nice little bullet pass. It could potentially be a low pass. But as you can see right there, even into triple coverage, the animations that we get on this play are fantastic. And we can also lob it in behind if the defense gives us what we're looking for. Pass lead to the inside is something that we can certainly do with this particular route. Down near the end zone is where I really love this. We get a one-on-one scenario and we high point pass to circle. Here we motion out the running back, which is something I really like to do. We make our reads. He tries to cover one guy. He gets beat. His assignment was circle. We take advantage and we score. So now let's take a look at R1. This is a great route because if they mess up at all, especially in a man blitz, heavy blitz like an Overstorm Brave or anything like that, we can take this for a big chunk of yards if we throw it right away. There I messed up. Threw it a little bit late, but R1 is a great first read. If R1's not there, we're going to take a look at X as our next read. Then our third read is square, and square is very underrated. This is a nice, quick little pass that you can throw over the middle of the field, and of course we can put them on a flat route down near the red zone. Let's take a look at this particular play here real quick. Now, by default, X is on a post route on PA Power Out. So once I get down near the red zone, I like to block R1 and motion X over and keep him on his post. Then put square on a flat. And that's going to be really nice because we can high point to X first as our first read when he's on a post route. Second read can be square sitting in the flat. If there's no flat there, it's free yards. That's what I love about ace pair chief. It literally is free yards hitting square to the flat on any of the plays. Then, if not, that's one less defender covering circle, and we can high point pass to circle. So it's a really nice 2-point play or down when you're in near the red zone. Now here what I've done is I've put X on an in route because I've already taken advantage of trying to high point pass to X on this play previously. So what this does is when our opponent is strafing over the middle of the field, waiting for the post, this is actually going to cut underneath him and give us another option. So let's take a look at it again. Here we wait for the play to develop, and square can be the read all day long. The defenders back up. This is free yards. This is literally free yards. Or we can high point pass to circle. It really depends on what it is that we want to do. This time we're in a close game, 7-7 against the Seahawks, so we play it safe. So right here, it's going to be read number 1 is R1 almost always. The second read is going to be X. We can low pass that against man coverage, or we can pass lead down. Or if he really beats the defender, we can pass lead to the outside and ensure that he gets open. Square is very underrated. That can be a nice little just bang play, especially like you see here against a blitz. That could be a nice quick pass. We can take that for a bunch of yards, and we do here for the touchdown. So let's take a look at square here. We're going to motion this guy out. He's in somewhat of a mid blitz here, so I know it's probably going to be man coverage. I'm taking a look at the 2 middle defenders. If the 2 middle defenders rush, then chances are it's man coverage, and I love square as a quick pass. It's really hard to defend, very underrated. So there he tries to make a play. See how he backs up, tries to make a play? I know it sounds crazy, but we all know how users are in this game. They're not consistent. And so just like the low point passes that I like to the in routes, this is another one of those plays. And as you can see, we do pick up a nice chunk of yards. This is a very good quick pass route. Right over the middle there, we could have taken it, but we go to X and we actually show a drop. So R1 and square on flat routes, just like in jumbo heavy. I've talked about this formation being half jumbo heavy, half tight slots. Well, we can still treat it like a jumbo heavy in the sense that we put both guys on a flat and then we've got a corner route on one side and a corner route on the other. But the best thing about this play is that we've got a corner route on one side and a post route on the other side. So I really, really like that. And it's not just a post route, it's a glitchy post run by circle. So we can pass lead this to the outside to square, or sorry, to X, or we can throw a low pass. And as you see right there, he gets wide open. That's a really, really nice setup. Take a look at the jumbo heavy and the play tight end corners that I showed. It's basically the same thing. And another example of the low point pass, even in coverage, and how glitchy it is. Here we leave the post route, and as you can see right here, we high point pass to the post, and that's money all day. If they have it covered, we can just go to circle in behind. I just love this play. It's just such a great play, just like in the jumbo heavy. So many great things that you can do to it. Take a look again. He's waiting for this route, but it's one-on-one. And we all know high point passing, one-on-one, we're going to take that all day long.